Welcome everyone to the Goodfellows Podcast short segment series. This is where we kind of break out from the main podcast we do, and we want to raise a few things about kind of men's health, or being a man, or
being a dad, or
being a dad and stuff from that, and pick up a few topics. It could be a Q&A, anything like that.
Yeah. Or just something that's on our mind we want to talk about.
Yeah, these are only like 10, 15 minutes, short, something quick you can listen to. So today's segment, we're going to talk about something you would tell your 18-year-old self.
Yeah.
We're both, like I said, we're both mid-30s men. We've
36, 35.
been through quite a bit. So I suppose let's talk about something we would, what would you tell our 18-year-old self? So do you want to go? You want to go first, Doc? What would you say?
Yeah. There's definitely a few things. I would certainly say enjoy your younger years when you haven't got the responsibilities. So when you're younger, I would certainly say enjoy your life. Try not to worry about as much stuff. And because as much as being a husband, being a dad, that is amazing. Like, it's the light of my life.
Yeah, same.
Having that, not having the responsibility when you're younger, and that to be able to do what you want, like travel where you're
more free. You don't have to worry about
more free.
I look back and think, like, before I was even a dad, what the hell did I do on a Saturday? And it's like, I'm like, what?
I know.
What did I do on a Saturday morning? And
how do I fill my minutes?
Yeah, I don't.
So I do it.
So yeah.
I and do you know what I would say as like an actual little bit of advice as well is learn about money, mortgages, financials way before you need to, taxes and that.
Especially with how the living crisis and money goes, interest rates and everything like that. Like you've seen it for years, haven't we? Like people struggle to get into the market. They've have to borrow money, or they've got to save up like over 10 years and whatever to get just a deposit.
Yeah. I can personally say I run my own business for 11, 12 years now. I have badly suffered with tax, VAT, haven't I? Really bad. Yeah. Really, really bad. I've suffered, and I wish I had the knowledge when I was younger just to even be a bit more savvy about it, or sort of know. And they should teach that in the schools. Yeah. They should. I truly believe you should be able to learn about loans, mortgages, accounts and stuff, savings. I think that's paramount to your life once you're an adult, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Anything you can think of?
Yeah, I suppose something I've always, and probably people could relate to as well and stuff now, is caring about what other people think and say. I've been there, and someone would say something to me. It could be in an argument. It could be a comment, like, a message. You might misinterpret an email or misinterpret a message.
So true.
I'm always like, I just want to call. Give me a call. Like, I'd rather do that and stuff and that. But
yeah,
the amount of time has drained me.
Yeah.
Overthink. I'm an overthinker anyway.
Yeah.
And many people are. They do overthink things like that. And that's just the way I am as well. I do take things to heart quite a lot, and it's just feel like wasted so much time of energy. The amount of people in the world, one person I shouldn't worry about, what or what someone said or comment or something like that.
No,
there's many more people out there who like you, love you, who you are.
Yeah. Be true to yourself
and surround yourself with those people.
Yeah, exactly.
If someone's in your life and they're not right, not saying you should just cut them off straight away, but trying to figure it out. But
it's not a problem to do that.
You can move on without them.
Yeah, like touching on what you said, don't waste time with it as well. Like I've wasted time with relationships that you try and cling on to or something because you hope some people might change. Or you hope you can change some people. So sometimes you have to cut a piece of you off to grow, and it's cutting a piece of you off in the sense of your relationship with that person.
And it's almost like like, what can you manage? Like, now we're in the present. This is what we're in. This is what we're doing. I mean, like, you can try and plan the future, but the past has already happened. You can't change. Yeah. You can't change the past. Like, it's gone. So don't waste your time on it. Like like, not being harsh, but you could wake up tomorrow and not be here anymore.
Yeah.
You don't know when your last moment is on this earth, and
don't dwell on it.
You need to make the most of it in the present with the people who love you for who you are
and who are there for you.
And if there's people out there who don't like you for you, it could be and almost like a deflection of themselves. Like it's
It-
not
it
that
usually-
there's something wrong with you. It's like
There's something wrong with them.
yeah, and then you shouldn't take it. And I've done it. I've took it to hearts before and things and clung to things like that. And you just shouldn't. You just need to move on. So especially when you're a young person,
Yeah.
enjoy your life and
And don't get caught up on people if like you said, if they've got an issue with you more often than not, it's an insecurity that they've got. And just don't get caught up in it, and don't get caught up in the past. You're right. Yeah,
change yourself. Don't change yourself for anyone as well. That's another thing. Like
Yeah.
you are who you are.
Yeah.
There's people out there who will like you for who you are.
Yeah.
And even for how you look and stuff now. Like don't change for anyone.
Do it if you're gonna change. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Do it for yourself. You want to better yourself. Do it for yourself. Yeah, I completely agree. I just and the thing is, that's such a big thing throughout your life, and you don't realize before you know it, like your 20s are gone and that, and you're still like, if you're overthinking and that, it's like you're wasting a lot of time just to enjoy.
Yeah. We're not even like obviously nowhere near halfway through our potential lives and stuff, but we've been through a lot. But you're going to go through changes for your life as well.
Yeah.
Everyone will go through changes. You might get married, you might not get married. You might have kids, you might not have kids.
Yeah.
You might travel, you might not travel. Like and there's things in your life which will affect you and change you and stuff and that. And family members, you might lose people.
You will.
Family and friends,
Yeah.
you will. At some point, and that has a big impact.
Yeah.
You might lose your job.
Yeah.
You might lose your house. There's all these big changes people go through.
But the one thing that you've touched on already is don't focus on what you can't change.
Yes.
Focus on what you can, and that will honestly, you lead your life like that. You might go like that and that, but you're still going to go like that way.
Always peaks and troughs, like
Aren't you?
but
Still gonna, definitely.
how you grow as a person in it, like
Yeah.
I'm still both still
Continuously.
you grow every day. Like
Continuously, yeah.
I suppose the other thing I would say is something which I still don't do a lot of at the moment, but something I wish I did, and especially when I was 18, do a lot more reading books, knowledge, not like fiction books, but everything you've probably been through or you want to learn
Is in a book.
someone's already wrote about.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's so true.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I just didn't do it enough, but I'd love to read more books, learn things, develop your knowledge and stuff like that, because knowledge is power.
To touch on what you just said as well, read as much as you can. Learning about stuff is never going to be a negative thing.
No.
Definitely, I've got to-do list of books. I've got to read this book, this book.
Yeah, so
It just, you can do it. Like, saying time is an issue. It's not. You just got to make the time to do it. That's something I would say. Time is never always, it can be an issue, but like, if you make the time to do stuff that's important for you, you're only going to be happy doing the things that you consider important.
Yeah. And it's got good books. Touched on what we said about trying to overthink people and like don't take it to heart and everything and that. I did read one book, I can't remember what it's called, I think it was, but like The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Is that great?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's things like that,
Yeah.
like getting that knowledge and information of what people say, how you should do it and how you should, it's great. So
I will say for a fair bit of my life, have had that sort of mindset, and I like, and it's not that I don't think of stuff and that, but one day, if we get my dad on the podcast, you'll see why I think like that. Because Dad, isn't he? He's very much like, he's very eccentric, he's a brilliant person, but he doesn't care what people think. He's loving in that, and obviously that's rubbed off on me. But like I said, when I was younger, I did.
Yeah.
Well, you
would. Yeah, everyone does in that. So,
yeah,
that's probably some of the advice I would say to an 18-year-old me.
And then I would always say, be careful who you support at football. My 18-year-old self, I was in the prime of my life. What I mean, a couple of years after Champions League, a year or two, and there was another. Man United were like the best.
Yeah, I know. And I was comfy everywhere when they were really young.
Yeah.
They went through the 10 years under Mike Ashley. And now we're only starting to get a bit better now, but then PSR messes up. But yeah.
So, hope you enjoyed that little segment.
Yeah, it's a 10-minute segment.
We're going to do more of these. Just our outlook on life.
Yeah, and there'll be more like fun ones. We do games like whatever and stuff and that, like each other questions and stuff. But yeah, this one we just want to touch on this today. So
yeah, and I mean, a lot of our content is going to be comedy, funny stories, what we think in that. So we do want to put a bit of advice, being a man, men's mental health stuff in there as well, because we think it's needed. We have needed it.
Yeah.
And we feel like if it can help even one person, then that's great.
Exactly that. So yeah, thank you for listening to our short segment.
Yeah. Take care.
See you on the next one.
Cheerio.